Woods hasn't swung a golf club since undergoing 2 procedures on that troublesome back. At a news conference yesterday, Woods was not optimistic about an immediate return.
There is no timetable, and so that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part for me, is there's really nothing I can look forward to, nothing I can build towards. It's just taking it literally just day by day and week by week and time by time. It's different from any other the surgeries and procedures I've had in the past, where, okay, you blow out your ACL, which I did. I had ACL reconstruction, and okay, you're back in 9 months. For nerves, there are really no timetables, and therein lies the trickier part of it, because you can come back earlier or you can come back later. It just depends on how the nerve heals and how it settles.
So Tiger might not play next year, but Stephen A., what is he really saying here?
He's really saying don't expect to see the Tiger Woods that you were accustomed to seeing. My day has come and gone. That the Tiger Woods that I once was is over. And I won't be that guy again. Will I retire? No, not yet, because I still enjoy and fantasize about playing the game of golf. I still enjoy being out there competing against the guys or trying to compete. But the biggest thing that he said that resonated with me, Skip Bayless, is that winning no longer appears to be the priority. It doesn't appear to be the priority because it's not something that I believe is achievable. You know, reading up here, what has he had? 3 micro discectomies, I believe that's what it's called. I'm sorry. The discectomies on the same spot in his back. He said that it took him by surprise because he was feeling some discomfort in his hip or whatever. Listen, you know, Tiger Woods, what is he now, 40 or going on 40?
He'll be on December 30th.
He's going to be 40. It's like he's 40 going on 60. You know, he's going, you know, I won't say it's the wrong direction, because that's the direction we're all going in at some point. But it was kind of hard listening to him, you know, because when you're at that point, why not just walk away? Why not just retire? You know, because let's face reality. Regardless of the fact that he has every right to do it, and he's earned the right because he's the greatest golfer most of us have ever seen, the fact of the matter is that when we see Tiger play, we want to see a Tiger Woods that's trying to win, not somebody that's resigned to losing, resigned to the fact that there's a field of golfers out there that are significantly better than himself. And the fact that that is the case right now speaks volumes about where he is mentally, and it really highlights and validates, Skip, what I've said all along. Remember, I called for him to retire. I said he should just walk away. Too many injuries, changing coaches, changing golf clubs, all of this other stuff. Just call it quits. You know, you've done enough. He still hasn't done that officially, but I think unofficially what we heard was the retirement of Tiger Woods.
Okay. I got you, but I want to remind everyone, 34 major championships have been won over history by players 40 or over. 34 times 40 plus, 40 or over players have won major championships. And I remind you that the great Tom Watson, back in '09, had the final hole lead at the British Open and blew it with a bogey on 18 and fell into a playoff and lost. So he was 59 years old and was in position to win a major championship.
Okay.
Given all that, given the litany of Tiger injuries that we've talked about on this show, my problem with this topic is that it's a moot point now. Whatever Tiger says, every time Tiger opens his mouth, we respond to it as if he's still Tiger Woods. When, to me, as a golfer, forget the injuries, just as a competitor, he hasn't been Tiger Woods for 7 long years. Because, as you know, his last major championship was in '08, June of '08, at the U.S. Open. And then, remember, the last time he was in position, even in position to win a major championship, was in August of '09 when he had the 54-hole lead going till Sunday at the PGA. Remember this one? And he blew the lead for the first time in his career. He was 14-0 with 3-round leads going to Sunday. He blew the lead to Y.E. Yang, who's never won again on the PGA Tour. And his confidence was shattered. He was never, I keep telling you, I watch him at major championships since '09. I don't even recognize him. His body language, everything sags and sinks, and he looks defeated on the first tee on Thursday at major championships.
Right.
The best he's done since that 09 tournament is a tie for third in the 2012 British Open. He's had 4 other tie for fourth. Well, he's never even been in position since 09 to even win one major. Not one. And you know what happened last? Well, hey, he's missed the cut in 4 of his last 5 major championships. Missed the cut. Well, that means he's just some guy. He's just another guy out there, right? And remember what happened when we were at the Super Bowl last year in his first tournament of the year, second round at Phoenix? The Waste Management. It was like Waste Management Tiger Open, right? Shot 82. Yeah. Well, he's just some guy now. I don't know. He's lost all his confidence. So he can talk all he wants, and it comes across to me like, well, Tiger, we get it. I mean, do you just want more of our sympathy here? Do you want to pass? Do you want to lower expectations and pressure?
I'm interjecting because I need your counsel on this. I'm trying to understand what you're saying from this respect. Do you believe that Tiger Woods basically unofficially retired? I mean, I know that you're getting, I get your point about, oh, we've heard this before, but do you, because you know me, I lean on you for my golf. I mean, you know it inside out. I don't. But I will tell you that I've listened to you over the years talk about Tiger, and we both have our different views. You know, for me, it's just everything psychological with him. But now it's like, you know, to me, hearing him like that really hit home for me to the point where I'm saying, you recognize what I recognize, what we all recognize. Why don't you just say goodbye and call it a day? Do you not find yourself asking that question about him?
I do, and by the way, I lean on you for your insight into athletes.
Yes.
So don't. This transcends.
That's why we do what we do. That's why we do what we do. Yeah.
Okay. To me, the confidence got shattered 6 years ago, and he never, for reasons beyond me, got it back. And maybe we can go back to the scandal.
When? That's what I'm asking.
Okay, we're back to the scandal.
When you say 6 years ago, what is it? Is it the scandal or is it something else?
It's right in the scandal time. But he lost to Y.E. Yang when he blew his first lead on a Sunday at a major championship. He's never been close to the same guy since then. Injuries notwithstanding, we know all the injuries, but now it's gone beyond injuries. Last year, he had the chip yips, you know, where he had the mental block on his short game, which he used to dominate with, right? Okay, so this guy is so shattered that the injuries are almost irrelevant to me at this point, because he could get healthy. He could come back at 41 and win 3 or 4. He needs 4 to tie Jack.
But where this discussion is profound for me, Molly, is that listening to Skip, you got to remember, I have always been of the mindset he was psychologically warped because of his transgressions. You're living a lie. No, I'm going someplace else. I'm like, you're living a lie. And because you're living that lie, you got busted. It's so humiliating to you that you prioritize appeasing everybody else instead of yourself. What you're telling me is that, no, to you, that's not it. It's when he blew that lead against Y.E. Yang.
That's big part, but this could be part and parcel of it.
Okay.
It was that it all came to.
Because I never thought about that. See, I never thought about that. You're saying, because I never thought about, okay, when he lost that lead, the demise.
It started
I'm thinking the demise started from the time he got busted as a bit fraudulent morally. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe they go together. Maybe it's hand in hand.
Okay.
I don't know.
Right. I don't know. I mean,
this guy looks shot mentally as well as physically.
Right.
And that's a big deal to me.
Yeah.
But again,
in golf especially.
The reason you can't write him off, it's different than the Kobe syndrome we just talked about. Kobe's not coming back. He's not going to get healthy and get great again. But golf allows you, post 40 years of age, if you stay in some condition. Tom Watson almost won at 59. Why couldn't Tiger win 3 or 4? He won't. I think he's mentally shot. That's what I think.
I'm wondering if hearing Kobe's retirement in Jeter last season is starting to make him think. Because listening to that 6 o'clock Sports Center yesterday that you were on, I felt like he kind of unofficially retired. So where does golf go from here without Tiger?
Let's say this in fairness, and I don't blame Skip for being driven crazy over this. There's a lot of great golfers. Guys that can hold down the fort. If you are a golf aficionado, if you're an avid golf fan, there are guys that are playing this game, and their level of greatness doesn't rob you or strip you of the quality of golf that you want to see when Tiger's playing.
I know.
The difference is that Tiger brings a mystique. to the game that transcends the sport. And so now it's going to go back to that niche audience who love the game and watch. They'll never go away, but everybody else might go away.
I will never go away. I was watching golf before. I'll watch after Tiger Woods. But I am the first to admit, and I always bring up my mom as Exhibit A here. She is a golf nut, and she starts losing interest without Tiger Woods in the field because it loses some electricity. There are lots of young guns, yet even the great Rory McIlroy, not sold on him yet, he posted on Instagram today that I'm paraphrasing, that golf won't quite be the same. It won't be the same. It won't be. Yeah, it's almost like he's saying, there's no reason to watch golf without. Well, what about you, Rory? What about Ricky Fowler?
Well,
what about?
Remember, I can answer that question for you. You have to remember that even at Tiger's height, no matter how much you marveled over his greatness, there were people who were rooting against him. You had, at least in the eyes of some, a villainous figure. And I'm one of those guys, you know me, who's always believed it's always good to have a villainous figure in sports that's near the top or at the top, because when you've got somebody folks are shooting arrows at, it makes it more compelling.
But
and
this
there's nobody
villainous figure was a heroic villain or a villainous hero, whichever way you want to look at it.
And all I'm saying to you is that I'm talking about even before the scandal. I'm saying at the end of the day, you just had some guys, this black guy coming in, taking over golf, changing our traditions, all of this stuff. Now you've got a situation where it's back to, all right, same old looking dudes as usual, being exceptional golfers.
Jordan Spieth.
There you go.
He looks like
a
lot of people who came before him. But he's really good.
And he's really good. He's really good.
But not the same impact. Tiger right now 400th in the world. Absolutely unbelievable. After the break, we talk the other football league that's growing in popularity, Major League Soccer. Commissioner Don Garber stops by to join the desk, and it's another hump day here on First Take. Plenty of hot topics for Stephen A. and Skip to get into. Don't miss a beat of what we're discussing by checking out our complete rundown, which you can find right now on IG.